Hello. It's 4 a.m. right now. And as per usual, this is the time when my brain feels most awake and introspective. And like I can actually like put my feelings and my thoughts together. And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to say something at 4 a.m. I had a really up and down week. I had a really wonderful 3 or 4 days, I would say. And then it just, you can't ever just like maintain it. It slips away. But even though it slipped away, those moments do give me hope because I'm like, oh, right. There is something still in my brain. Like it's not dead. It's not dead. It's still there. Maybe like when the moon is aligned correctly and, you know, Aries is pointing towards Taurus and like, who knows? Whatever. For whatever reason. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? Hold on, my cat killed a mouse tonight. And I don't want her in my bedroom. I'm really sorry. Sorry, Pookie. You gotta go. Sorry. In case she has some disgusting disease. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I had really good days. And I felt like it might have been honestly a medication thing. Because, like, I split a pill and, like, I split up my pill. It's just, like, it's cheaper. I've done it for a while now. And it's really tiny amounts. And you can weigh it wrong. And all that crap does happen. And I'm on Effexor. And I'm really sensitive. Like, even taking it, like, 3 or 4 hours late can affect me. Things like that. And it made my hormone fluctuations, whatever. Things all lined up, and I had, like it just felt, it's funny because I was still anxious. Even sometimes more so. But I felt like I was able to make choices that were good for myself. It's going to sound so stupid, but like when I hear the ding in my phone or a notification, I friggin' run to that thing. It's like I'm so like terrified of being alone that like any form of communication, I will just like ignore all my needs. I could be on the toilet. I could be like half dying on the floor and I will like run to my phone. And for these few days, I was like, nope. Like I felt the instinct and I was like, no, you don't have to do it. And I felt like I was able to put myself first for these few days. And it was amazing. It was really amazing. And stuff still happened. Like there's still difficulties and miscommunications and challenges with my partner and my friend and like all that crap happens. And, life happens and kind of lose the moment. But I'm just like really grateful I had that moment, to be honest. I'm like, okay, maybe there is some, it's really hard though, like really hard. I've had a really frustrating past couple of days and I'm just like, and losing that, like before my traumas, I just had this, like, was it bulletproof? No, but I had this, like, I just knew my worth and my values. I knew my worth and my values. And, God, it's really depressing because now it's like half my life almost. So I've spent half of my life like without mental illness, if you will. Vulnerable for sure. Weaknesses for sure. But I didn't have mental illness. And the other half of my life, struggling, like really struggling with my mental health. And just like looking back and reflecting, and I remember when it was fresh, I had a lot of memories of like how strong I was in certain situations, and how I was able to navigate this crazy world, and it would almost be like remembering, like being in somebody else's body and remembering, knowing it was you, but like I was so confused, like so confused. I think when you have trauma as an adult, even a young adult, it's so confusing, because you feel like, was that person real? Or like that person was real and they existed. And like people are always like, I don't know, even now when I tell people that, like when I reminisce about my happy past, I always feel like people, like, I know they want to protect me, right? But they're like, no, it's in the past, forget about it, right? And I'm like, you don't want to forget about it because it's a reminder that it's possible. Like, there's somehow in you a version of you where that is possible. So why would I want to forget it? And also, like, oh my God, I just totally lost my train of thought. I don't know. My therapist, I know I shit on therapy a lot because I haven't found it super helpful. But I keep going. Because, like, what else do? You live in this world where that's what's offered. You know what I mean? Which is why I'm trying to just, like, make videos. And I have to do something that's not guided by other people. I think I will only really find a level of healing that is from my own, whatever you call it, like my own vision or drive or like idea. It's just 95% of the time I doubt myself, and so I don't do any of it. But I'm trying to just make videos and just like, even if I just say it out loud and nobody's hearing it, but like I say it out loud and I'm like, oh yeah, it helps me organize my thoughts, and maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's the hope, right? I don't know. That's the hope. But I have had a challenging couple days. Relationships are difficult when both people have mental, like, rather large mental illness / challenges. Ugh, I mean, relationships are hard even when you don't have that, and then you add this whole other layer. I don't know, my therapist's like, everybody's got mental issues, which, like, I understand 100%. Like, of course I did before my traumas, but like, honey, it ain't anywhere near, like, I'm in a different landscape. So I don't know, I just think, like, there's a lot of kind and compassionate therapists, but that doesn't mean they really know what to do with you or like really fully understand, you know what I mean? And you have to just accept that, which I have a hard time accepting that. Because I'm like, no, you should know how to help me. Like, you're there to help me. I'm paying you. Well, okay, I'm not paying this lady because it's covered by my benefits. But, like, Okay, all the years before, my last guy paid $210 an hour. Like, I'm paying you to help me. And it's not fucking helping. It's beyond frustrating. I did have a brief moment tonight. Actually, it was from my boyfriend. Oh God, I used to do this with Riga. I'd have a like compassionate kind of way of like really challenging him. And I know that's part of what he liked about me. And oh God, it feels so weird to talk about him. I just like stuff it down most of the time. Which maybe isn't a good idea, but like I don't know how. I don't know how to talk about it. I'll talk about it here only. And it's a start. Anyways, Alex does this with me, and he really challenged me, and he was like, because I was really upset at a friend, and I was like, basically saying like, they're blaming me, or they're being so triggered by me, and they shouldn't be. It's basically what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was so nice. I was in a good mood. And I'm like, but I was a little pushy. You could say. And the more I was pushing it, the more pissed off he was becoming. And it's just like, I want to just like, I live in this like little fantasy where I'm like, why can't we all get along? And it actually does me harm because I can be like I don't know how to walk away, and it's not a good thing. But you know what? Okay, so my friend is in this place where he's super easily triggered. Obviously, he has his own mental health stuff, and he doesn't think I'm respecting his boundaries. And I think, if you've spent like, I've known him a long time, so like 30 years, basically. If you've spent 30 years with somebody in one type of relationship and then something shifts, like it has shifted with him, it upsets the whole system. And I'm just trying to keep it like it was. Anyways, I'm getting totally off topic here. Completely off topic. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. I've just really been thinking today. Okay, there was a time. Okay, so part of the picture is my friend has reduced his medication and he's just like extremely easily triggered and doesn't want to talk about mental health. And apparently I keep talking about mental health. That's what I do. I'm like, I've always been like this. It's not really about him, but I can see when I remember in 2017 I came off my medication and I was white knuckling it, and I went on vacation for 2 months, but I was like severely anxious at times, and then got into a fight with my mom, and all I could think, I mean, for years afterwards, I took this writing class, and I wanted to explain how badly she was hurting me. And it's only in these past couple days that I've realized, oh, I was so badly triggered. And I thought, people should know to stop triggering me. Like it's their fault. It's like hard for me to wrap my mind around. I feel like I'm seeing a different perspective a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, she gets triggered too. I mean, I've always known that, but it's not up to people to not trigger me. I mean, I've said that before. You can think that logically, and it is quite another thing to be able to do it. Because when you're triggered, your logic goes out the window. Out the window. Anyways, I kind of want to talk about different things here. I'm going to end this one and maybe start a new one. Bye.